So it was my birthday last week. And honestly, you know what? I never thought I'd say this, but for the first time in a long time, I'm actually really excited about getting older. If you had told 25-year-old me that I'd be sitting here feeling this way at 32, even without a boyfriend, without a stable career, and without having things figured out, I don't think I would have believed you. For years and years, I had this fear. No, this absolute dread of turning 30. It seemed like life just kind of ended at 30. I didn't imagine myself older than 30. I couldn't see what it looked like. Because in society, it seems like if you don't accomplish all these things by 30, you're a failure. All I could think was, what happens after that? Does life plateau? If I haven't had it figured out by then, does that mean I'll get left behind? And being left behind terrified me. Your 20s are kind of like the second puberty of life. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you want, where you're going, all while feeling like you're running out of time to get it right. And I'll be honest, 29 was rough for me. I hit a major dip, probably the lowest I had ever felt. I didn't have a boyfriend, had no clue where my career was going, moved to a whole new city, and the idea of real adulthood just felt like this massive looming thing that I wasn't prepared for. But here's the wild part. I'm 32 now, and even though I still don't have those things, for the first time in my life, I don't feel behind. I actually feel at peace, grounded, happy even, because somewhere along the way, I stopped obsessing over checking off all the boxes and trying to keep up with society's timeline and started focusing on actually liking my life. So come celebrate this milestone with me, the milestone of me finally embracing all parts of myself, the good, the messy, the milestone of growing and becoming the person I've always wanted to be, of forgiving myself for past mistakes and letting go of things that are out of my control, and finally reaching the milestone of self-acceptance and learning to be kind to myself.
You know how society makes aging seem like this big, scary thing? Like by now, we're supposed to have everything figured out: career, marriage, maybe even kids. And if you don't have those things, you have this little voice in your head that's constantly saying, am I behind? Am I missing something? Is there something wrong with me?
And don't even get me started on those godforsaken 30 under 30 lists. I mean, nothing like a Forbes article to make you feel like a complete failure while you're still trying to figure out if you like yourself as a person. One of the things about getting older is seeing how my friendships have evolved. I used to feel so much pressure to make it look like I had so many friends and I was a part of every single friend group and that everybody liked me. And that probably is because I have a fear of abandonment, and we can talk about that another time. But then these days, I think because I feel more confident in who I am, I don't feel a need to be friends with everybody. I'm not really hanging out with 20 people on the weekends every weekend now. And actually, most of my weekends look pretty quiet. In the past, a quiet Friday night to me meant that I was a loser, I had no friends, and nobody wanted to hang out with me. But I know now that that is not the case. I think becoming more sure of who I am now and being able to make friends more intentionally has made my time with my friends a lot more intentional as well. It's funny because when I was younger, my dad would always make fun of me that I thought that when I was 30, I would have the same group of friends. We'd live in apartments next to each other and get coffee all the time and get married and have babies and do everything together. And I don't exactly have that, but I guess the good thing is now that I am 30, the people in my life now are here because we choose each other, not because we happen to be in the same place at the same time. And honestly, I am so grateful that celebrations these days aren't about getting wasted and stumbling home at 3 a.m. anymore. A chill dinner, a ceramics class, a walk in the park, these moments feel way more special to me now. If there's one thing I've learned in the past few years, it's this. Happiness isn't a destination. It's not something you unlock once you hit the right milestone. 1, you don't have to have it all figured out. Life isn't a checklist. It's okay to take your time, change directions, and explore. 2, quality over quantity, always. In friendships, in work, in how I spend my time. The people and things that matter will stick around. 3, joy is in the small stuff. I used to think happiness was some big distant goal, but really it's in the tiny everyday things. Making art, calling a friend, having a cozy night in. Those are the things that are truly worth it. The very simple truth is joy isn't found in those very big moments and the big milestones that we reach. It's in the little things that we do every single day, like the walks in the park, spending time with your friends who make you feel safe, finishing a book that you've always wanted to read, or in the little achievements that you do every single day that make your life feel full and colorful. So here's 32, embracing all the messy parts of my life that make me who I am and make my life uniquely mine. And also celebrating the little wins of putting in the work and showing up every single day just to be 1% better than I was yesterday. And those things that make life super worth living. Okay, that's all. Have a good day. Bye.